nothing else to talk about. The debate's over. The whole I didn't vote for, he's not racist, I'm not a racist because I voted for him. That's over. That conversation ends here now. I'd love to see the excuses.
What the hell's happening when we go to sleep, man? I can't understand how, like, this is not one of the biggest stories going on. Unless we're being bamboozled. You got the president calling black people monkeys. That's a problem. Of all the things that Trump could have clipped within that animal version of various politicians being depicted as animals, this would be the one that could potentially get you in the most trouble or cause the biggest stir, or is just, quite frankly, the most wrong, depicting two African-American people as monkeys. I would think that our president would have a way higher set of standards and have way more decorum. What the hell's happening when we go to sleep, man? I can't understand how, like, this is not one of the biggest stories going on. Unless we're being bamboozled. You got the president calling black people monkeys. That's a problem. Of all the things that Trump could have clipped within that animal version of various politicians being depicted as animals, this would be the one that could potentially get you in the most trouble or cause the biggest stir, or is just, quite frankly, the most wrong, depicting two African-American people as monkeys. I would think that our president would have a way higher set of standards and have way more decorum.
This isn't going to be a breaking point for a lot of people, because the only reason Donald Trump felt comfortable posting that racist depiction of the Obamas is because he knows that's a big chunk of his fan base. He knows that they're racist, or else he wouldn't feel comfortable posting something like that. I think there are different categories of Trump supporters, but there is absolutely no denying that a huge chunk of them are just blatantly racist, and that's why they like him. So no, for a lot of his fan base, this isn't going to be a deal breaker for them, because this is how they truly see people. This is their actual views. This is why they support him. This is why they love him so much, because they see themselves in him. Is it disturbing? Yes. But I think more people need to come to that realization that it's unfortunate that there are so many of these people out there, but there are. And that's devastating.
Here's Joe from Georgia. Well, more about the meme that was put out by the president on his Truth Social page. Well, folks, when Fox News, especially Laura Ingraham, one of his staunch supporters at Fox News, is bringing up that they can't get their story straight in the White House. Because, folks, what they've said is, first of all, that it was just a meme about the Lion King and the president being the king of the jungle. Well, that's not quite true, because then the president's staff comes out and says that the post was put out by a junior staffer. Now, the president has said before, as well as his administration, that his Truth Social account was only accessible to two people. One being himself, Donald Trump, and the other one being his advisor, Dan Scavino. So what is it? Is it a junior staffer had access and he's the one who did it? It was a mistake that stayed up for 12 hours. Now, this is being called out by Fox News. And Caroline Levitt, she can't get her story straight. So was it the president? Was it an accident? Was it a junior staffer? What was it? We know what it was. It was the president being himself.
The video was deleted from President Trump's account, and it comes after a growing chorus of Republican lawmakers called on the White House to take the racist image down, including, as you say, Senator Tim Scott, who posted the image in addition to his post. ABC is not showing the image, but we are showing you the post, and it says, quote, "Praying it was fake because it's the most racist thing I've seen out of this White House. The president should remove it." The racist image comes at the end of a minute-long video the president posted on his social media platform. The first 59 seconds describe debunk election conspiracy theories from 2020, and at the end, the video suddenly cuts to an animated meme showing the Obamas' faces on the bodies of apes. The NAACP is out with a statement saying, in part, quote, Donald Trump's video is blatantly racist, disgusting, and utterly despicable, end quote. That again from the NAACP. Images of black people as apes have been used throughout American history to dehumanize them. Slave traders and segregationists use these types of images to depict black people as inferior, and at times it's led to violence. Initially, White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said in a statement, quote, this is from an internet meme depicting President Trump as the king of the jungle and Democrats as characters from The Lion King. Please stop the fake outrage and report on something today that actually matters to the American public, end quote. But again, since that statement, the video now appears to have been deleted, and the White House is now saying from an anonymous staffer, quote, that they erroneously made the post. The video that Leavitt described in that initial statement I just played for you was originally shared on Facebook last October by the Hardin County Republican Party of Kentucky. The chairman of that group issued an apology at the time and deleted the original post after backlash. And again, a number of Republican lawmakers are reacting to this. Another is Republican Congressman Mike Lawler. He's posting, quote, the president's post is wrong and incredibly offensive, whether intentional or a mistake, and it should be deleted immediately with an apology offered. The Obamas have not commented on the video at this point, Diane.